The library is a whole trap. I went in with one plan, and once I went into the building, the plan left the building. Hi friends, welcome back to another video. I felt like I should do a book haul because I went to the library this weekend and I felt like I did some damage. I went into the library with one plan and the plan totally left the building, and I thought I would share a little book haul with you guys. So I have my Powell's book. It's super duper heavy and let's get into it. I have 8 books from the library, and I guess we should start with, nonfiction, but it's not necessarily nonfiction. I decided from my last video, from my last book haul, to return all 3 cookbooks. So I decided to get more cookbooks. The plan was to get 1 or 2. I ended up getting 3 cookbooks. So the first part is cookbooks. I was planning on just getting 1 or 2 cookbooks, but I did leave with 3. So the first book is Seriously So Good by Carissa Stanton. And it just seems like so good, and it seems like I could just do simple recipes from this. And I was going into more of what can I create more of and just simplify things but also make a well-balanced meal. So when it comes to cookbooks, I just didn't want to just find one recipe within one cookbook. I'm trying to find multiple recipes within a cookbook that I could possibly try. So that was my goal this time around. And next cookbook is Tasty Adulting. I remember watching the Tasty videos on YouTube, so I am happy that I found their cookbook in the library. So I'm really excited to try their recipes because I think growing up I did try their dessert recipes, specifically their cookie recipe. So I am excited to go into this, especially since it's made for adulting. So I'm excited to pick out some recipes to try from this one. And last but not least, we have Farm to Table Cookbook by Taste of Home. I love the idea of Farm to Table. I am trying to be more of an ingredients household, so I want to use more fresh produce and just more cooking from scratch, and I feel like this recipe book will help me with that. And while I was walking through the library, I almost always go through the home decor section, so I decided to pick up another home renovation book, and that is House Story: Insider Secrets to the Perfect Home Renovation. I am excited to look through this book, and that is because I feel like I would love to see home renovations that people did and see what bits and pieces of my style is within this book, and see if I could just collect more ideas of what I would like in my dream house, or in a house that I will probably have one day, hopefully. So just another home reno book, and this is by Jasmine Roth. So probably fit through this. Okay, on to my fiction reads, and they are all romances, and I was just planning to pick up my hold from the library, but I got lost within the aisles and I just bloop 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 picked out picked out 3, so I took home 4. And I guess we should go into it. So the first one is The Wolf King by Lauren Powell, and I am excited to read this book because I think it has to do with werewolves and humans. And when I checked this out from the library, the librarian said that she really enjoyed this book, so I am definitely excited to go into this book and go into this world. I don't really know much, but I am excited to go into the world and gain the whole experience as that. And look at these sprayed edges. They are just so beautiful, aren't they? I am excited to go into this book. And next book is Swap and Smell the Roses by Karen Booth. I'm excited to read this because it really stood out to me because we are following Willow, who is burnt out from life and work, and she is supposed to swap apartments or places for 2 months. So she is going from the city to a cozy cottage for about 2 months, and there is a grumpy neighbor, Reed, and I'm excited to get into this book. And I'm excited to see what her recharge is going to be like. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully, well, I know it's a romance, so we know that Reed and Willow are inevitably going to end up together, but I'm excited to see the process of how that happens. Hopefully it's not too grumpy, shiny, but who knows? I'm gonna have to figure that out once we get into it. Next book is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bowen Young, and this is a very popular TikTok book. I have held off of reading this book for a while because I felt like I've seen so many things about this book and I just didn't want to spoil myself. But now I feel like everything's cooled down with the mentioning of this book, so I feel like it's now the great time to read this book. And there is a pregnancy trope, which I honestly, I don't hate the pregnancy trope. I feel like there are ways that it could go wrong, but honestly, I am not really mad at the pregnancy trope, so yeah. But I don't really know much besides that with this book, so I'm excited to read this book, and maybe we'll read more of Hannah Bowen Young, so we'll see. And then last but not least, we have With This Ring by Amy Clemson. I think that this is a Christian romance as well, and sometimes I just don't want to read spies, so I feel like this is a good option. And I think that this is also a second chance romance as well. Usually I don't necessarily go for second chance romances, but I don't know, something just stood out to me, and I am excited to read this book as well. Hopefully I can get to it this month, but if not, I'll read it next month as well. So those were all the books that I picked up from the library. I just feel like I went into the library with one plan, and that plan definitely just automatically left. But I am so happy that I am utilizing my library and trying out new books and finding new books that really stand out to me as well, and also supporting my local library because, you know, sharing is caring, and we love supporting our library, and I don't know, it's just a great third place. But I feel like the library traps me every single time because the plan was just to pick up the Wolf King and like 2 cookbooks, and I left with 8 books. So and the plan is to hopefully read more books this month, because so far I've read 1 book for the month of January, so hopefully I can read more, but there's no pressure at all to read like all these books in a month for the rest of the month, but at least I have something lined up and that I can get started. And I feel like the Wolf King is what I'm going to read next, so I'm excited to read this book. So yeah, I think that this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for coming along with my book haul, and let me know in the comments if you have read any of the books that I've shared so far, and let me know your thoughts. And also let me know if you guys have tried any of the recipes from these cookbooks as well. That would be fun if there's any recipes that you love and would like to share. That would be cool as well. But until next time, my friends, stay curious, stay cozy, stay reading. Bye guys.